You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Hello, welcome to the Artist Exchange here live on BeExposedRadio.com. I think I got too much sleep last night. Like, I came in here ready. I didn't come in here ready, but I woke up thinking I was going to be on it and ready and energized, and I actually was on time. I wasn't rushing, which is a good thing, but I feel like I should have just got another 5 hours of sleep. What's the name? Oh my God, Strawberry, aka Sheila Gaskins, and Ivor were a lot last night. They had a lot of energy, and I think I was trying to keep up, and it drained me. But it was an interesting conversation. I got some snotty comments from people in the Artist Exchange. I erased some of them because they didn't understand Ivor. He's a young man. He has a viewpoint. He's not as experienced as, say, I'm not that much older, but as myself and Miss Gaskins, and he hasn't seen so much. And he's been, the mic, got you. It's right here.
Exactly.
It's
not up here.
Not up here. But people had some things to say about him and not being able to express himself and verbalize or communicate his feelings because he hasn't had that many experiences. And actually, I went home and watched the Light Skin. Is it called the Light Skin documentary? Light Girls. I didn't mean to call them Light Skin.
Whatever.
The Light Skin Light Girls documentary, and it's it's sad, but that's somebody lived that life.
My opinion.
And your cookie it has.
Dark skin, light skin. Y'all all need to get over yourselves.
But the crazy thing, a lot of the comments that people made about those documentaries were the Carmel people and not getting it. And I get it. I don't get it because I always been Carmel, so I don't understand it. But I'm a boy with a big butt, so you don't understand my plight in life. I need a documentary, and I've always had it. I didn't go to Atlanta and get mine. Right. I've always had it, but I don't, to make light of it. But I don't get it. I wasn't light skinned. I wasn't dark skinned, so I didn't understand it. I feel for them. I think they need to get their story out. But one thing that he did say yesterday was,
do they though?
Huh?
Do they?
Get over it?
Do they need to get their story out?
I mean, because some of them living with it. So some of them never got a chance to talk about it. And that was their way of talking about it.
They can move.
They could have moved. Mm-hmm. Well, for me, I don't know whether it was just a lineup of people that was on Light Girls opposed to the ones that was on Dark Girls.
It's different areas for different methodology.
Yeah.
Because in some towns, light girls are on the highest
yeah.
Then in some towns, dark skinned girls are on the highest.
Yeah.
Move to where you need to be. You feel comfortable.
Get regional with it.
I'm sick of it.
Yeah.
I'm seriously sick.
Part of it is because one of my friends, my friend Riga, she's from New Orleans, and down there, light skinned girls are in. I remember.
You want to move somewhere where you could be queen or king,
right?
I don't want to live somewhere where they're going to degrade me all the time. If you feel that way, get the hell out.
Right, get that. This for me, and that was kind of his argument. Let's get past it. Let's get done. And that's a youthful way of looking at things now. And we just come from a part where you got to talk it out. You got to get it outside of your own mentality, and that'll help. But I kind of fell in watching it again. But I looked at Light Girls I thought I was about to laugh. I thought I was going to get a diva, and I thought I was going to laugh the whole time with the two people that they put out there.
So did you laugh the whole time?
I didn't. It was sad, actually. No. It was sad, but I can understand that point of view because my mother's like,
for instance, with their plight.
No, I don't understand it as far as I get it.
I mean, no, give me a situation that happened on the show because I didn't watch it and I refuse to.
Well,
neither one of them.
I know Kim Whitley and I can't remember her name, Diane Carroll, they were talking about being casted. in situations
So
where
they're having job discrimination.
right. Well, for them, it wasn't necessarily of issue of getting the job, but
it was the pretty
people
pretty
always
light-skinned
accuse them
girls.
of being able to get the job because of their skin tone.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and Diane Curl, she had a lot of breakthroughs, and she was the first in a lot of areas because. You know, it was her and what's the other lady? I forgot the other name, but the two of them were kind of like the lighter people, so they got a lot of the big breaks because of their complexion. They were able to cross over easier
Lena Horne.
than,
That's
than
who
some
you
other people.
The other person was the other person Lena Horne.
Yeah, Lena Horne. That's why I was trying to say Lena Horne. Like they were kind of like up there at the time in their heyday, so they got it because they were lighter. And people always accuse them of being not as talented.
House Negroes.
Right, but getting the job because they fit, you know, they were more comfortable to look at by white people. So that it just got into that. Dark girls, you wanted to cry a little bit more.
It
Like,
just all goes back to you can't let racism. We can't seem to let racism go as a country.
yeah, and that's what I was trying to tell, you know, the two people I had in here yesterday, that's what it was. But Miss Gaskins comes from that era where, you know, it was an issue and it wasn't so much, you know, a pass by, like I can ignore it. You know, it was in their face. So I get that. But yet and still, racism
it
today
like
is
this.
more of an ignorance. It's
Yeah,
not
'cause
it's
I
not
look at it like
hatred.
this. You can use the internet, right?
Yeah.
Okay, get over it.
So-
That makes sense.
it just- exactly.
So what are you arguing about, really?
What are you arguing about? Like, what is the point?
You can sit home and live your whole entire life on your couch.
Yeah, you don't have to go
You don't
out.
have to go nowhere.
You can order your food now. You can order food, fresh food, cook food, and it all come to your door. You
So
can
what
order
are you
a
really
date.
arguing about because somebody said something about you at the mall?
Yeah.
Go your ass home.
And that, for
That's
me,
the
that has
person who
always
opens the door.
been why do people get so excited and upset off of things that people say, you know, on the computer and in real life even. Like, I can walk away from you. I can live in my house by
I didn't
myself.
even have to be here.
No, you didn't. Neither did I. We could have just did this over the phone.
Oh, this situation that is happening right now. It's like how I think about it. It's like a question mark. Oh, this is happening right now? Oh, not for me. I'm out.
Right, but that's for you. You've been able to live life a little bit more, and for them, it was like Ivor hasn't lived life enough to have that viewpoint. But I was saying to them, he's grown up in an era where that's the viewpoint. Like they don't know the difference between, you know, not having that. Like I know what it feel like not to have a cell phone. Like nobody had cell phones when I was younger. The people who had cell phones were drug dealers and people who I didn't know or were so uber rich that, you know, it didn't even really matter. But anyway, today's show we'll have live in the studio soon Miss Olu Butterfly, the lyrical genius, as she calls herself. Like this, she's really awesome. She's a great performer. I love to watch her perform. She gives me a lot of Erykah Badu, India Ivory, that vibe that performance vibe that they give off. It's really cool.
The granola bunch.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they ain't eating too much granola. You seen them bodies? Well, Erykah Badu got a little donkey.
Well, yeah.
She ain't eating just
Well, that's what they call
granola.
that era. That root music. That,
Yeah, neo soul. I don't think they like that though. I don't think they like that term.
The Outback by the Outhouse music.
This man is giving it to him this morning. But today's topic is, and it was based off of, normally I come up with the topics based off of my guest. And what is your mental carbon footprint? What are you putting out there in the world mentally, or what are you teaching people? Because I have a lot of artists that are teachers, that are parents, but what are you subconsciously putting out there in the world that is destroying us or making us better? Like, what is your carbon footprint? What is your mental carbon footprint? So that's our topic for today. Give us a call at 410-702-5657, or you can text us at 443-642-9403. I didn't memorize the number after all this. I still want to say 188. That's still in my head. I had just memorized it. Right.
1855.
Exactly. See, I never memorized that one. But we're here today. I have to relearn the
I'm
website.
glad you said that because I got to cancel that service.
The way. I have to because I looked on there the first week that we came back, and everything has changed, Marnie. Like you can't You can't do that. I gotta get a warm up. That I have to
On Big Soul
relearn.
Radio? What you
Yeah,
talking about?
the whole website. The whole website. I like the on demand part of it though. So those go to rotate. So they're more random.
Right.
People can listen to stuff. Okay, that's cool. I like that feature.
Well, they're in order. It's just, it goes around in a circle.
Yeah. Oh, so it keeps doing that. Oh, that's a cool feature. Oh wow. So it just goes in order of when they
Like a
came on.
jukebox.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. You be doing this. Is that easy to do, or was that already set? Or is that like
It was an app and
app in it? Oh, that's cool.
But yeah,
That's cool. That's a lot of work though.
it is a lot of work.
That's a lot. That's
why
a
I
lot.
do
Of,
that once a week.
right. That's a lot of
On
work.
demand is available a week after the airtime.
But you can hire an intern for that and train them.
Interns.
It's people that want to do that
I
now.
mean, sometimes
Like Morgan has an entertainment major. Actually, Coppin does too.
right, but when you say intern, that means you have to let them in on all the secrets, and they're not staying.
Well, they have to stay for a certain period of
But
time.
they're not staying. They're not permanent.
They could
So
be.
they take my secrets with them.
Oh,
and go to
yeah.
the next job, and that's
Yeah.
not cool with me.
Make them sign something. Well, it really doesn't matter.
It's a learning thing, though.
Yeah.
It's not just because this is not a schematic in here.
Yeah.
You know, this wasn't system-wide setup.
Right.
Some
It
of
didn't
this
come out of
I-
a box like that.
Some of this is ingenuity
Yeah.
in here, and I don't want these secrets to get out because
Yeah.
that's bad for my business.
Right. I get you. I got you. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. I was kind of on
That's
the.
my IT degree, okay? This is my IT.
You still
degree.
paying Sally Mae?
No.
Oh, okay. So that's why you don't want to let nobody know.
I've never owned a student loan.
Oh, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Chime that bell. Click. Never. As he sips his tea. Ooh, well, baby, Sally Mae knows my name personally. She knows me. She does not. Me and her, we have a really frenemy relationship with each other. I see the importance. I just don't see it.
I worked hard, and I worked hard.
Speaking of Sally Mae, do you think this whole thing of the free 2-year tuition is going to go through?
I hope.
You do?
I hope. People deserve it. They deserve it.
Wow.
They deserve it. And they should forgive all the student loans that was behind it, if only for 2 years. If only for 2 years, they forgive 2 years worth of student loans.
But I'm curious as okay, it goes through. Who qualifies for it?
It's for everybody.
No, but I'm saying like you saying everybody. So does that mean I could go back and do it, or is it like you have to be
You already
18?
did some, so I don't know if you would qualify for going.
Going, yeah, like I'm just saying, is
I
it
think
first
it's-
time college
right,
students
I think
or
it's for first time?
okay?
But I think
It's gonna be a lot of hurt feelings.
I hope not, because that's what I said. I hope they forgive people that had already went some of their student loans along with this.
Yeah, like
At
give me
least
2 years of my
back.
give me 2 years back.
Or just forgive the bill.
Right.
You don't have to give me no cash. Just forgive the bill.
But they have stuff set up that like that now, but it's still restricted. You have to be working for a federal government agency or like
See,
a
that's still part of
nonprofit,
the government. That's not like somebody that went to go work for private industry.
right?
And
Or if it's like a nonprofit, that's their a lot of their the forgiveness program now, and then you still have to wait 10 years. Or you have to still be in. So that was a setup. I said as soon as they said the 10 years, I said that's a setup.
Accrued.
Yeah, in 10 years. So I'm thinking, well, I ain't gonna pay nothing for 10 years. And then the joke is, it don't even pass. And you got all that.
The joke is, though, too, is that it doesn't really even matter.
Yeah.
A lot of jobs, you just tell them you got your degree and you're in.
Well, and trust and believe, I know plenty of people who said I graduated. I know people who walk across the stage and didn't graduate. And they got really good jobs right now. I'm not going to throw any of my friends under the bus, but I'm just letting you know.
Right.
It happens. And, I mean, for me, you have the knowledge. You just don't have a piece of paper.
I don't care about the piece of paper.
Yeah.
To be honest. When
It was
I
just-
hire people, I don't care about that piece of paper. I want you to show me you can do the work.
Right.
I want you to show me that you have a skill set. Not necessarily even if you went to college.
Right.
You could have took 1 million YouTube courses
And that's what people, and that's the crazy part. People are doing that now because now that whole grandfather you in thing is over. So people can't get the practical knowledge of stuff without going to a trade school, or because now only trade schools that took over.
Right.
So they trying to get their money. So that whole grandfather thing is out. You can't do that no more. You got to get at least a certificate program.
Right.
But people, it's hard for people to do that and manage life. Like I went to Coppin, that's a really non-traditional university. So most of the people there were working adults. I don't know how women are able to do it. I honestly, most of my female friends had at least one job and at least one child and were single.
I've talked
in
to
most
several
cases.
people recently who's told me that it wasn't even 50% beneficial for them to continue on to college because
Right.
of the high school they went to, which was a magnet school or even an advanced
Mm-hmm.
program. Say, for instance, this school over here in Baltimore that teaches you how to medical knowledge.
Right.
Whatever, I can't remember, it was the medical high school or something like that. I see the kids go to school every morning,
Yeah.
scrubs,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So when they get out of high school, they already are a qualified blood drawer.
Yeah. Phlebotomy.
Phlebotomy. that's
Yeah.
And I look at them like, okay, so what was your next step then?
But for most of them, and honestly, I don't agree with trade schools in high school. I don't agree with that because you're setting somebody up for failure. Because we know once you got to college, you changed your mind a couple times. You may have known what you wanted, but you went through a couple different majors before you said, you know what, I'm either gonna go back to that and that's what I want to do, or this is what I've discovered that I want to do. So putting somebody in a situation where they have a skill set to work and not really have a career is setting them up for failure. Introduce them to options.
And I'm on the opposite end of that because I believe that everything that I learned from, because I went to a magnet school, high school, everything that I learned from there, I incorporate into everything that I do today.
Yeah,
Like,
but
I
that's
took
why I said
cosmetology.
introduce them.
I took cosmetology.
Right.
I took finance, and I took business management, all in high school.
And he's a businessman, and his rap is always late.
And I'm an accountant by day,
Right.
and an engineer for a radio station and an owner
Right.
by night.
Right.
But I took all three of those to put it in one circle because then I also am on the board of Baltimore Fashion Week.
Right. But see, for me, it's not, the way they do it, like, so now, at first it was just, you took a class, but you had your regular classes and you got other opportunities. Now, you're going to a school that specializes in art, or you specialize in this. And it restricts the student, and then they go finish school, and they get a job in that field and realize, this ain't what I want to do. It may have given them skill sets, it may have given them experience
Right,
for working
but they
in
got the financial wherewithal
Right.
to take something else at that point. They don't have to stick with that, but you do have the education and knowledge to be a phlebotomist if you needed to be one.
Right.
When the other thing that you really want to do is not working out well for you as
Right.
an art, if you
Right.
were an artist and you thought you was the best painter in the world, and you got
Psych.
the most expensive canvas in the world, and you get over there and you start painting it, and nobody buys it.
Exactly,
I can go back
exactly.
to the hospital part time and draw your blood and get your test results.
And that's why, see, for me, like at Coppin, a lot of people was like, well, if you gonna be an acting major, you need to go to another school. And I stuck with Coppin because we didn't get with the people who regulate the classes, the majors, you can't have the same major in a specific area. Too many of the same majors. So we had to get a baseline major. It was urban arts. So we had to learn every aspect of theater and the arts. And I value that because I know I still wanted to be an actor, but I still had to learn everything else. So I just wish that they had a broader range and not just try to push all these schools to be, because everybody shouldn't get, a job is supposed to be temporary. It's not supposed to be something that you do for the rest of your life. And a lot of them don't have the idea of what, that's why Morgan has like an entrepreneur major now. It's not just business, but it's entrepreneurship because they realizing that's something different than business. If you want to go work for somebody Fortune 500, entrepreneurship is if you have that skill set to work by yourself. I didn't know that they had that. I think that's really new over there. The young man that came the other day, he's actually in that entrepreneur major. So that's an awesome thing. Take your time to go to the website, beexposedradio.com. Check out the new layout, the new shows coming up. Oh my God, I had a slip yesterday morning. I was introducing the other shows, and then let's just say I forgot the Miss part of the show name. Yeah, and I just said everything else but Miss. And people are really sensitive. I don't know why.
So
Yeah. I don't want to say it again, but and I was fast with it. Like, I was looking at the board, and it just came out. Things happen. And it just came out. And because the two guests was looking at me, and Robbie looking at me like, what the hell? Why did you just... And I didn't even realize what I said.
There's got to be a promo, Robbie. I'm not playing with you. There better be a promo.
Well, it's on there. It's been restored and recorded. But check out our new website. We have some new awesome shows coming up. I was reading on JRS. They having the dancing lady on.
I Heart. So you wouldn't have messed up if you would have said I Heart Cox.
But I just love it. Just still the same thing. It's
I Heart Miss Cox.
Right, and I love the energy that's coming up. They're really nice. They've been reaching out. I love that. They have some awesome people coming up. I'm tuning in. I think I might come in today that she talk, because I want to talk to her. I want her to know that she doing her thing. People hate her, but they keep pushing the button. They having the girl that dance, that clap her. I forgot her name.
Oh,
Jonathan have her on. Yeah, they about to have her on. People hate her.
Jonathan?
Yeah, it was on his show. I hope I ain't just spoil it for him, but he wrote it on his page this morning.
Let me look at this mother. He be trying to get everybody.
He doing it. He said 2015 is his year, baby, and I ain't mad at you. But definitely, actually, we have Only Butterflies downstairs.
Everybody I post, he go after. It's so funny.
Gotcha. Stop posting. Let's stop telling people what you're doing.
I'm not knocking them because I don't have guests on my
right. But Only Butterflies downstairs. She's on her way upstairs right now. So guess we're getting ready for her. She gonna bless us with some knowledge. This girl been working. She's traveled with such people as Music Soul Child. Oh my God, my mind just went blank just now. I wrote it down, but I'll give you her thing when we get back on the show. But she's an awesome lady. I love her energy. I don't know her personally, but I watched many of her shows, and I just love the honesty she has. She has a way about performance that has taken this world of poetry, has gone to another height, another level, and we have some of the pioneering artists, poets, writers right here in our state, in our city, and I'm so privileged to have people like Only Butterfly to stop by and say hello to you and to me. I've always watched her. She's an awesome spirit. She's an awesome person. And I can't wait to interview her and hear and learn a little bit more about her. She's a mother, a writer, a performer, and the last couple times I've met her in our network circles, she's a businesswoman. You know, these poets have turned this world of writing feelings into a business. You know, it's a way of life. It's a culture. It's surpassed pop culture. Like, it's a part of our everyday. You know, these spoken word artists, these poets, these writers, these emotional artists have really given us, you know, another vehicle in the arts, another, like, heads up. They have really taken this game, and it's not a game no more, it's business, and really turned it on its head and on its shoulder. So if you want to call in, talk to Miss Olu, she's actually on our way up the steps now. Give us a call, 410-702-5657, or text us at 443-642-9403. Leave us your comments, your questions. You can actually send us messages on Facebook. Leave a message to me. We actually, Kendra is on our way. Miss Bubbly, Kendra Banks, y'all. She's on her way up here as well. So definitely stay tuned. We'll be back in a couple minutes. Just a couple more things. Last night, Sheila left us some information on some events coming up. The Art Partide, bridging the gap of disparities in the Baltimore art scene. These events that she is hosting, it's about us. Yesterday, our topic was on diversity in the arts and getting us together, making sure we are who we are, and making sure we're together and unified as a collective black group of citizens, and specifically in the arts, as we're talking about right now, and letting us and allowing us to be. You can come on in. Hey, how y'all doing? Look at the babies. How's it going? How's it going? But we're definitely getting ready. But she's having this Artpartide event on Sunday, February the 1st, 2015. It will be at the 2640 space, 2640 St. Paul Street, the St. Paul Church. The time will be 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. And for us artists, refreshments will be served. That's always a plus for me. For more information, go to sgasmask@gmail.com. Hit her up. It's going to be a panel discussion and community dialogue on race, power, privilege, exclusion, and shared wealth. It's really like, it sounds like a lot. It sounds like it's really snobby and really boring, but a lot of things get accomplished, and you get to go up there and give your viewpoints and your feelings on issues, on your feelings about this whole movement of artists, and how as black artists we're always excluded from the overall concept of what it is. They get our opinions, they get our feedback, they take from what we're doing and they go build better and bigger establishments, but we are always left out of the end result. But now you get a chance to view your points, and we get to stand as a bigger group of people, so our needs and wants will be recognized. Also, the People's State of the Union. Morgan State University, Friday, actually January 30th, next week. Too bad I won't be able to go, but if you go, let me know how it went. It's Friday, January the 30th, 6:30 to 9:30 p.m. at Morgan State University, 4530 Portage Avenue campus. The side that's right off of Cold Spring, the School of Health and Policy. It's like a big, shiny building, kind of sit back in the field a little bit. So that's where they'll be holding this at. Cultural Works Theater Action Group and Sisters Neighborhood Arts Program, SNAP, in partnership with Morgan Community Mall and U.S. Department of Arts and Culture presents People's State of the Union. The whole campaign was, what if the State of the Union was not a speech spoken by one, but a poem created by many? Join their circle to tell a story. And it actually, they're looking for better ways to get the arts involved and counted in the number. Artists are normally a part of the planning and research part of it, but when decisions are actually being finalized and made, then artists are normally casted aside because we're just the crazy artist people. But definitely, we ran out of time. I was going, though. I was on a roll. I'll be back soon.
So, I'm a dog, and I'm kind of new to this family, but I've noticed a trend. My humans do this thing where they go around and get all my toys and hide them in this basket, but it's always the same basket, and it's always the same place, and then they act so surprised when I find them, but I'm like, hello? That's where you put it last time. Humans are the worst at hide and go seek.
A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person. Adopt. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the ShelterPetProject.org.
Remember those gay boys having sex in the tree in Central Park?
That's a long time ago.
Well, I have the
update?
Yes, the update. You can give it to me for official style.
Okay.
A love-struck teenager who created a public spectacle by climbing a 30-foot tree in Central Park to canoodle naked with his transsexual sweetheart was sentenced yesterday to community service, most likely back in the city park. We'd be doing his community service. Anyway, I don't feel like going on with the story. It's enough that they had, remember there was a standoff and people gathered underneath the tree watching them up there, the transsexual and the teenager. Teenager ran away from home because he didn't want to be honest with his parents. And then the cops showed up and, they're up there in the tree naked, everything dangling.
Ooh. I'm gay, I'm a homo, I like guys.
So, I'm a dog, and I'm kind of new to this family, but I've noticed a trend. My humans do this thing where they go around and get all my toys and hide them in this basket, but it's always the same basket, and it's always the same place, and then they act so surprised when I find them, but I'm like, hello? That's where you put it last time. Humans are the worst at hide and go seek.
A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person. Adopt. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the ShelterPetProject.org.
it's time for a flashback.
And I was like, I don't get it. And then I seen the commercials, and I was like, Blair Underwood and Ironside. You know, the whole tone of the whole situation changed. Why is he in that wheelchair? I can't be. So, as I was thinking about it, I'm sorry. As I was thinking about it, I dreamt up this whole entire scenario in my head, like, for one of his love scenes, because, you know, he's supposed to be still, like, playing himself, but he's in a wheelchair, so he can't feel nothing from the waist down, right? So I dreamt up this whole entire scenario of him in this wheelchair, and him getting ready to have a love scene. Picture it. You the act. You now picture yourself in the shoes of the actress that's going to be in this love scene with him. Okay, so you're on the show. You fall for Blair and his wheelchair. So, you know, y'all getting into it. Y'all kissing. You sitting on the couch. He's still in his wheelchair. Y'all kissing. Yeah, Blair. Yeah, Blair. Touch me right here. Yeah, Blair. Right. So y'all, he says to you, "Come on, baby, let's take it to the bed." So y'all get up. You walk in front of him. He pinch you on your butt cheek because he down that low because he's sitting in that chair. Then he rolling behind you. He be like, "Yeah, girl, walk it," because he envy. Walker's envy. So okay, y'all get to the bedroom. He like, lay down on the bed real quick. You lay down on the bed. He come over. He massage your feet. Yeah. Cause that's the best. He does. You being able to walk, that's your best attribute to him. Yeah, he massaging your feet. Your feet was hurt, honey. Yeah, kissing your feet. Then he was like, "All right, come on, let's get this in. Let's get it in." So he wheeled over to the other side of the bed. Skeet, skeet. That's the sound of his wheels. Skeet, 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 skeet. He get to the other side of the bed. He like, now can you come out and help me get in the bed? It's all over.
That phone is gone. Oh.
The whole entire sex scene is ruined. So here she is over there, back over to that side of the bed, trying to help him get in the bed. She's struggling, lifting his big body up, and she's sweating. His sweat beads all on her forehead. She finally throw him in the bed. Ooh. Now you gotta turn me over.
Swing him.
She getting in the bed. He said, "Where you going? Where you going?" Because she done walked over to the door. She put her heels back on and she leaving. She said, "I done enough work. Go to bed, Nick." She over here all sweaty now. She ain't even had no sex and she's sweating. The mood is over. She's drunk. She done snatched both bottles of wine and took them home with her. I don't blame you, honey. I don't blame you.
In the bed with his hand out the back.
All New Talk Latelys every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 7 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Okay. Hey, how you doing? Welcome back to the Artist Exchange here live on BeExposedRadio.com. Live in the studio. We got Miss Olu Butterfly.
Hey.
How's it going?
It's going beautifully.
Thanks
I
for
can't
stopping
complain.
past.
Yes, thank you for having this.
So what's new? What's new?
Everything is new, meaning coming back out the house, coming out of retirement, and yes,
Coming back into the cold.
Yes. And in a way, it's a renewal of the things that I've been doing. I'm very proud of the fact that a lot of the things that I started doing over a decade ago, I'm still doing.
Right.
So one of the main ones I wanted to shout out today is Organic Soul.
Yes.
Tuesdays.
If you missed the last one, you were snoozing.
Right.
Do not miss it.
So the new incarnation is called Organic Soul Revolution, just to distinguish it from the weekly event that we used to have. But it's still all about live music. It's still about independent artists. It's still about humanity, like a fresh space, even if it's somebody on their world tour, being intimate, going back to that original exchange between audience and
Where
artist.
you can touch them.
Yes, and music and spirit, and it's still about business, artist development, all the things that it was about. But it's every 3 months now, so you, like you said, you don't want to miss it because quarterly means it's gonna be a while for the next one.
And this one came back so fast, but it was lovely. I honestly had a really good time.
I love that you can be a testifier right now.
Yeah, I'm telling you, and I wasn't shy because I came to the weekly ones, here and there when I had time, but this event was like all 4 of those weeks piled together with a couple months piled together. It was such awesome. They had the vendors, they had food, they had every time somebody got off stage, it was like they went to mingle with the crowd, and it was really, it was very organized, but it was so just people like, come and take the mic, Carolyn, come on up here and take the mic. And I can never say her name. She came out there at the end, Miss House Music.
Jenna Basuma.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
I always wanted to see her perform. Never got a chance to, but that was so organic, but she super exceeded my expectations.
That's good because it's every time we're working to live up to that name, organic, which means alive and living. And it's an event by artists for artists.
Right.
So that means that that we promised ourselves that it will always be, not just to sell drinks or just doing it because we've been doing it.
Right.
So we promised ourselves that we had to love it, and it had to be something that we wanted to be at.
Right.
So first of all, we are artists. So
it was like being an artist where you could go and be entertained as an artist. Take that night off, artist, and go be entertained by some awesome artists.
It's very important to us that the audience is really the audience. And meaning it could be other artists, but they are people who are waiting to receive, to inspire, to be inspired. And so I think that it's been a very beautiful experience here in Baltimore. You're hearing my daughter in the background. Yeah.
The babies.
We'll get to that in a second. But so yeah, to inspire and so I think a lot of the reasons why artists come is because our audience. I always tell the audience, y'all are the legendary organic soul audience, people who are open to something new and can recognize when something is dope right then and there. You don't have to wait for it to be marketed, tweeted, like, is this good? I don't know. Is it trending?
Right.
Like, no, it's in front of you right now.
And it was like everybody took the night off. Everybody that's normally working in town, everybody just took the night off and said, I'm going to just come down there and party, or they left their event and came there. I know a lot of people who had events that night came down there and just got on. And it just like nobody wanted to go home. Like it just
even though it's Tuesday night.
Right, it's Tuesday night. Nobody wanted to go home. I think I got home at almost like 3 o'clock. And it was, but I had fun though. Like I had fun. I ate. Got some shopping in and still was able to entertain all at the same time.
Yes.
So it was definitely an experience. And this time you said Silence.
Yes, Silence.
The feature.
So some of you already
CSU.
Yes. Copper Nights have already been exposed to her magnificence. So she's been in New York for a while and working with a lot of different legendary producers and doing her thing. So this is a little bit of a, coming home, because even though it's like we gave her back to New York. That's where she's from.
Right.
She's very clear that she got a lot of her chops here, her grittiness here, and her momentum as an artist here. So she's coming home to visit us for a little while. So that's Silence, SAHLENCE. She has a lot of really great music.
I've been listening to her on SoundCloud, and I like how her sound and her style has begun to evolve. She's really like on top of it. What was one of the reasons why you guys decided to turn it in from a weekly event to something more quarterly, or space them out a little bit more?
Okay, well, a weekly event with these 3 children here was a bit much. I needed a super team. Not that I don't have a wonderful team, but it's like I needed to reproduce myself into many different things. But also, to be honest, there's a lot of I feel like we made a space, and a lot of people are filling that space. Meaning, there's lots of opportunities both monthly and weekly. There's other open mics. There's Fishbowl by Jahidi. There's Electric Shrine.
Yeah.
There's Acoustic Soul with Mark Evans. I could go on and on. Be Free Fridays. There's all these different other venues that are possible. So it was time to do something different because that's what we came from. We came out of nothing
Evolve
to
a little bit
create.
more. Right.
So we're like, what's needed right now, and what can we contribute to the independent art scene with our 13-year brand? Like, what can we do to make life easier? It is. It is.
Time flies.
So yeah. So what can we do? How can we contribute uniquely to what's needed? She is also an Aquarius. Her birthday is coming up.
We're gonna see how when she gonna be the next feature. She want her turn at the mic. But what do you attribute this explosion of poetry and more specifically like the spoken word nights, the open mics? It did seem like you had to go search for them at one time. Now they're everywhere. Every night of the week, you can find something going on in specifically the poetry scene.
Yeah, I love that question because I was around for not all of it, but a lot of it. Meaning, even when we started Organic Soul, I have been doing things for a while. And so, is that my little person pulling? So, this is a new experience, everybody. Children on the radio with me.
Welcome to the real world.
So, so 13 years ago, there was no Facebook, no Instagram, no Twitter, no MySpace, no iTunes. So a lot of ways that people can get information has changed. So being able to put together an event and really tell your friends about it, not like have to get on the bus and go on tour. I gotta go to security, then I gotta go back over to Coppin, then to get the information out about some of these things has definitely changed. I think that has helped all the different venues. And just Baltimore has a lot of talent. We're positioned in a beautiful space on the East Coast. Like I'm getting real grands here. So where a lot of people take for granted that if you drive 3 hours from Baltimore, you're going to hit a lot of major centers. Right. So I feel like it has an opportunity to be a mecca, even, among the East Coast. So it's like, if you in Texas, good luck. If you drive 5 hours, you might get to the next place. Right?
And a lot of other places say when they come here, it's more accessible.
Right.
Everywhere else is not as accessible. It's not as, it's not on every corner. Or I'm not to downgrade it, but people love coming to cities like this because they can get to it. I just went to New Orleans and they don't have it. Everything is so spread out, and they have it, but it's so it's not as accessible.
Yeah, I think that Baltimore has a lot of wonderful, unique things about it that's just really underappreciated. So part of Organic Soul is just to sing that out. Like we're not inventing anything with Organic Soul. We're just giving Baltimore an opportunity to know itself, the world to know Baltimore. And so that's one of the main things. So Organic Soul Tuesdays, I definitely okay. This is interesting. I wanted to shout out my other. This is I'm gonna use what's going on right now to big up my website. It's called thisflywomanswork.com. And trying to figure out how to put all of these things into one, business card. Like, if my business card would say, way too many different things. Like, I do education, homeschool. I teach film. I teach poetry. I perform. I dance. All these different things. So, to tie all these things together, tie all my lives together, wear all my hats at the same time.
That is but that's the Baltimore artist. The given circumstances of what we have is what we have, and you have to make it work despite that. But we'll be going to a break in a few moments. We'll be back. Hang in there. come back to the Artist Exchange. Check out our website. Go to, what is it, a website real quick we can go to for this?
For Organic Soul, well, you can like us on Facebook. Go check us out at Organic Soul Tuesdays, spelled real normal, on Facebook.
And just go to Olu's page and Olu Butterfly page, and you'll definitely check it out. And I'll put this on the Artist Exchange as well. But definitely look out for us, and we'll be back in just a few moments on the Artist Exchange. Stay in there, get some snacks, stay warm.
I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual. If a book's really impressing me and the writing is really good, I will peek and see what the last paragraph is. Because the endings of books should rock you. I am a book person, and if you're a book person too, read to a child and spark a lifetime of ambition. Join me at bookpeopleunite.org because reading is fundamental. A public service announcement brought to you by Reading is Fundamental, Library of Congress, and the Ad Council.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstopwrecks.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
But when I smoked weed, there was a D on that. When I smoked weed, my inhibitions actually weren't wild. You know, like I wasn't like, oh, I want to go fly on a kite or jump off this roof or something like that. No, it was quite the opposite. I was very laid back. I actually wanted to eat all the time. Gosh, and I never would get full. And I got sleepy. So I never wanted to go out and do something wrong, like break windows, drive under the influence. Definitely not drive under the influence. Because I wanted to go to sleep like very badly. Like, high sleep is the best sleep ever. Gosh. Irresponsible child abusers are going to have free access. That's not the truth, because if they do legalize it, they're going to probably put the same stipulations they do for cigarettes. Now, if you are under 18 and you wind up getting a pack of cigarettes, then that's what happens. I had a pack of cigarettes before I was 18. So what? Because they was, cigarettes was in a machine that, it wasn't nobody standing there. Right. You just pull a little knob and get your little pack of Newports and you go about your business. Now they're not. Now they're behind the counter. So now you have to ask the old person that doesn't have any money, standing outside asking you for $1. I'll give you $1 if you go get me some cigarettes. He will more than likely do it. He'll be like, how old are you? Does it matter, homeless? That's what they say to him. But if it was me, though, that's what they say to him. But if it was me, I'd have been like, can you go get me this pack of cigarettes? And he would be like, well, how old are you? Homeless. One word. That's it. You go get the damn cigarettes and you get this $1. No, I'm just playing. 2 Chainz Gamely.
The all-new season of Talk Lately, Monday through Thursday at 7 p.m. on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Hello, welcome back to the Artist Exchange here live on BeExposedRadio.com. In the studio we have the lovely Miss Olu Butterfly.
Hey.
And who just walked in the door, Miss Jana. She's been on vacation for the last couple months, but she's back with us. Hey Jana, how's it going?
It's going good. It's going good.
It's been going good.
It's been good 2015 so far.
Your vacation's over.
Yeah,
the vacation's over. So So what's been good? Well, I'll wait till you get back on the mic. Probably this one right here. But yeah, we have Miss Olu.
Hey.
The mistress of organic soul. I keep saying it, but I really did, and it didn't shock me. It just I didn't plan on coming because I didn't know about it at first.
Surprise.
Right, I was just getting into it, and you were talking about taking a long break, but your break is still working. I still see you working and doing stuff, but I guess you were doing that on 100-fold right before that.
Yeah, I'm figuring out how to do it all. That's why I was talking about this flywomenswork.com because I just auditioned for a play. But
wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
just really doing a little bit of everything. And still homeschooling.
Oh wow, okay.
And I'm teaching with Do More. I'm also active with another organization called African Youth Alchemy, which does film through the Griot's eye and also works to take Baltimore City children to different places in the African diaspora, particularly Ghana, West Africa.
Okay. So what can you contribute? And not that poets don't deserve it, but the explosion of the poetry community, and not just here in Baltimore, Maryland, but the whole DMV and beyond. Like it's taken acting and dance has taken a seat to poets now.
Well, if that could be the truth economically, that would be hot.
Well, welcome to our world.
So, that's a great question because I feel like even the live music scene here in Baltimore the poetry community was the foundation of that. Right. We used to all go and support and, it was the first community outside of being able to pay a radio to try to get people together. Exactly. It's just was its own community of people doing things. I'm not going to say it was the first. I mean, there's house music. There's a lot of different communities that Baltimore has.
But it's starting to be distinctive now. Poets have begun to step out and really be like, no, we are poets. We're not a part of, we're poets first.
Well, I feel like we're good at being a part of being a part of things. I don't think I walk too many different worlds, and I think a lot of people do to say that we're just our own thing. But it is beautiful, and it is definitely a big part of the engine of what's possible in Baltimore's independent art scene. So one of my favorite poetry events, Organic Soul is a little bit of everything. You're going to hear some jazz, some reggae, some poetry, some rock. I mean, a little bit of everything, right? Okay. But one of my favorite poetry events is Be Free Fridays with Love at the UB Blake Center. So I'm doing a birthday feature there this Friday, January 30th.
Okay.
So I don't know if y'all all know where UB Blake Center is. It's on Howard Street. I think it's 847 North Howard Street.
Yeah.
So that's a great space to hear some
Maryland General.
Yes, inspirational art. Straight up, people come there to have church. Straight up. So that's once a month. Be Free Fridays. You could check that out too. So those are two major things that are coming up. But also, like I said, just being part of the community. I have a film festival, a youth film festival for Black History Month at the Reginald Lewis Museum on February 14th, as well as Ladies Verse. That's an annual event we do in honor of Women's History Month, and that's going to be at the Reginald Lewis Museum too, and that's featuring a lot of female poets and lyricists in a way you have never seen them, in a very collaborative space, incorporating innovative things as well as traditional arts. So
they always surprise me every time I go. I always see, a J Pope, acting or dancing. Somebody doing something
J.
outside
dancing.
of themselves.
I love that. She definitely, I'm gonna be part of her behind the music somewhere. She be like, "Oh, you made me wear a crown and some African fabric."
Exactly, and you always step them outside of what we know
and
them
do some
to
Native
be.
American Cherokee war dance. We did that.
But and watching you make people step outside of their comfort zone, and they always, and it looks good. It's not like they're uncomfortable. You always make them comfortable, but they're always, we get to hear that beautiful J Pope voice, but she's doing something outside of what we know to be her norm.
Yes, that's my that's my art. I don't know what you would call that. Like, I don't know if I'm a poet, I'm a dancer, like that thing where I see people and I see beautiful things and I try to make a space for it to do something and come together. So that's why my current promotional entity is called Around the Way Unicorn, because just the idea of like having something special but just be really accessible to everybody is like sort of the idea of why I even put these events together. Like, this amazing thing should go with this amazing thing. Let's put it together. So
But it's such I love it. I can't wait to go to the event. And this year I said I was going to go out to more because for the last couple years, I say the last 2 years, I've taken myself out of that because creatively, sometimes you get so engulfed in what other people are doing creatively that you can't really see your path. And I've noticed a difference in my art across the board in what I'm able to do because I took myself out of. But now I'm starting to reintroduce myself a little by little. And even for the poetry thing, a lot of it began to be, for me, about egos. I saw a lot of egos in the city, and it wasn't what it was, that organic soul of it all. You know, not to be cliche, but it just wasn't. You know, everybody, it wasn't fair. It became about cliques and this is our crew, and everybody else just were spectators looking at it. But I took myself out of that. But I see the evolution of A Love the Poet, and it's another one at the UB Blake Center I used to go to. I can't remember the gentleman's name.
Archie?
No, the younger guy. I can't remember, but I think it was Be Free. He was a part of hers. But a lot of them, I see the evolution of where they're going, and that's why I said poetry, especially in this city, has taken off. You know, you bound to see a poet, you doing anything in this city creatively, you know, and really taking the arts world to another level. And you guys have really begun to add layers and make the rest of us artists that are in other fields really step our game up and do beyond and push that envelope a lot more than just, you know, I'm an actor, so that's what I'm doing. And you guys are really being experimental and courageous in what you're able to do. Real quick, where can we find you on social media?
That means a lot. So on social media, you can follow me at Olu Butterfly on Instagram and Twitter. I don't tweet. I should. So let's just stick with Instagram. And also Olu Butterfly on Facebook. You can like me. You can love me.
Love me.
You can see me on the street, give me a high five.
Right.
All that good stuff. So definitely, you know, I hope to see as many of you all as possible this Tuesday at Organic Soul Tuesdays at 401 North Howard Street, 8 p.m. So I hope to see as many of you as possible.
We'll be right back. Not to cut you off, we'll be right back with the Artist Exchange in a few moments.
From north, east, south, and west, you're listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Can you tell if the leftovers from this dinner party are beginning to grow bacteria that could lead to severe diarrhea, vomiting, and stomach cramps? Listen. You can't see it either. Get leftovers into the refrigerator as soon as possible. Spoiled leftovers can make you very sick, or worse. Roughly 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year, but you can keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov. Brought to you by the USDA, HHS, and the Ad Council.
What's going on this weekend? Nothing? It's too cold? Girl, I'm never going to go see this Selma movie. Gosh. It's sad. I don't like looking at people in old clothes. You know what I'm saying? Dressed in them styles. Those styles is played. And I definitely don't want to go see another movie where Oprah got her bags on display. The ones under her eyes. And I love me some Oprah, but goodness gracious, they always put her, you know, strip her down with no makeup on, and her bags on her eyes be on display. Like, girl, let your worries go. Stop holding them down like that. Get some rest. She need a whole week of sleep.
The all-new season of Talk Lately, Monday through Thursday at 7 p.m. on BeExposedRadio.com.
Did you know that birthday parties help build confidence in kids?
Yeah. Did you know that giving kids less sugar before bedtime helps them sleep better?
Oh, totally. Did you know that friendly kids have more friends?
Everybody knows that.
Hey, guys, did you know that most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
I didn't know that.
Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right car seat at the right age and size. Visit safercar.gov/the right seat to make sure your child is protected. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
From north, east, south, and west, you're listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Hi, I'm Joe Perry. And Steven Tyler from Aerosmith, here for RAD, recording artists, actors, and athletes against drunk driving. Yeah, you know we love it when the music does the talking.
And you know, the music stops when someone gets killed.
So never let someone you know get behind the wheel if they've been drinking. So keep it real. Friends don't let friends drive drunk.
A public service message brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation, RAD, the National Association of Broadcasters, and the Ad Council.
Drug, alcohol, and gambling addiction can be devastating for you and your loved ones. Don't let the disease of addiction ruin everything you have worked so hard for. If you or a loved one is suffering from a drug, alcohol, or gambling addiction, call now and get a free, confidential consultation. Help is only a phone call away. Call 1-877-867-3063. That's 1-877-867-3063.
Wendy, I really need some advice. Hold on to your seatbelts, everybody. I'm a 26-year-old newlywed man, and I've known my wife since college. When I met her while working for her father. Her father is a very wealthy man. He's single because he divorced the mother and lives very well in multiple homes. The works, Wendy. He has a staff of servants, the whole bit. We've been married for 4 months now. And, well, Wendy, she's accustomed to the high life. Gucci, Louis Vuitton, the Short Hills Mall, all that type of stuff. I was never a man of means. I always had to hustle to make my way, make ends meet. But was lucky to marry into a rich family. But here's the dirt. To support my wife and her shopping habits, I have sex with her father for money. Everybody's coming in the studio now like, what? That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Exactly. It's so funny. People at the radio station listen to the show and then they... Wait, hold on, everybody. Stay where you are. Come back. Wendy, he pays me $5,000 every time we have sex. The first time this happened was before we were married. One night he invited me over to finalize all the plans for our wedding since he was paying for it. So I thought nothing of it, Wendy. I get there and then everything starts out normal. Later in the evening, he then asked me to join him for a swim. I agreed. So I get in the pool, go to the pool house, and I change into some shorts. Then he comes in wearing nothing but a thong. And I found it extremely weird, but he is a handsome man and keeps himself in shape. So I just wrote it off as, okay, that's what he likes to do. After some small talk, he asked me if I love his daughter. I must have sex with him before he will give his final consent for me to marry her. Of course, I was in shock. I didn't reply. He then asked me again, but more aggressively. Still... No. I was just picturing the more aggressive. Like, what was that? He pulled your head to his crotch? Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, how was that? He held his thong area, manhood through his thong? You know, in a b-boy stance? Like I said, have sex, how'd that work? Is this a black family or a white family? Because I'm trying to drum up an image in my mind. All right, shut up. Let me continue. I'm getting the wrap-up sign. Vaughn's breathing down my... Shut up, Wendy. Read. Okay. Still, I said... He asked me more aggressively. Still, I said nothing. He asked me again and giving me an ultimatum, saying that if I didn't have sex with him, the wedding would be called off. He would fire me from his company. With all that in mind, Wendy... I gave in. We had sex right there in the pool. I couldn't believe I let myself do it. Anyway, jump forward to present. Wendy, this is still going on. At our last encounter, I threatened to end the whole thing, but he then told me that he had taped many of our encounters, and should I tell... And his question to me is, should I tell my wife or go on living a double life? Please help me. If you want more information, I'll fax you again. Signed, Confused Man in New Jersey. Yes, and the first thing I want to know, are you black or white? Is this a black situation or a white situation? Just because, when you all tell me your stories, I like to have a picture in my mind of what I will be thinking about as I drive home. And as I think about you all as I go home, like, wow. Second of all, how much is your salary there at the father's company? This is an interesting question, because I can't simply tell him, stop it now. I mean, it's easy to say stop it now when we're talking about ordinary Joe and, Daddy, cleans the floors at PS 51 and I'm serving him up. And, it's easy to say stop it now and all of it. Oh, gosh.
Unfortunately, we have to stop it now.
Well, let me just say this. He did not tape you, because if he taped you, that would implicate him, okay? So I don't know why you're falling for that. But even with no tape, should he tell his wife or live this double life? Take the bullet.
Literally.
God, I can't. I gotta go home and I gotta think about this, please. All right, look, Vaughn Harper's up next with the Quiet Storm. I gotta ponder this $5,000, and Vaughn's next with the Quiet Storm. I love you all for listening.
Hey, how's it going? We're here back live on the Artist Exchange, here live on BeExposedRadio.com. with the lovely Olu Butterfly.
Hey.
Our co-host, Miss Bubbly, Sunshine, Aquinas, Kendra Bankchon. And Jana is back.
I know, yay!
Jana
that pretty
is back
curly afro.
in the house.
Thanks, hey y'all.
But we are getting back to Miss Olu Butterfly. My question, if you had one, why come back? Not why come back, because you have to, but your hiatus from the arts, what prompted that, and why are you now starting to implement coming back? Or
well,
I know that
what
sounds
you're
like a
hearing
lot.
in the background is why. So when
They got
you
a
have
little
3
older.
children in 5 years, that
Ooh, wow.
Yeah. Was that really a wow? Oh, okay. So no.
Because he's
yes.
this young man right here is the oldest.
Yes, I have a
remember when you
6-year-old
first-
to a 1-year-old.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
she'll be too soon, but
Time flies.
It does.
And they're
So
beautiful.
that it was the number one reason. The second was the economy. That big, mysterious, magical thing called
That
the
just
economy.
paused everything for a couple
It
years.
just changed everything, meaning a lot of the gatekeepers have changed. A lot of the ways to do things have changed. So
The opportunities.
yes, opportunities are different. It's not that they're not there, but the person you used to know that was at that place doing that thing, they're not there no more.
That was let you in.
Yeah. These people who are giving out this money in this way, they don't do that no more. So a lot of things have changed, which to me has never scared me, meaning it's called life. And so just going with the flow and doing things in a different way. And as you said yourself, you had to go within to come back out.
To
And you need
regroup.
to do that. And the world needs you to do what you do. So it's like, a lot of masterpieces didn't come from just always being out all the time doing everything, So definitely having to balance not even just your artistic life with your other lives, but your artistic selves. The person that's marketing with the person that's creating.
Right.
They got to find some balance. So, that's been a major thing. But just trying to do things in a wider way. Me and Oprah had the same birthday.
Okay.
So
And me, next Thursday. That means you're awesome.
you have the same
wow.
birthday as me?
Yes.
If you
Yes. Zodiac twins.
If you want to call in, give us a call at 410-702-5657. Okay, I got it. Or text us at 443-642-9403 if you want to ask Olu, Miss Jana, or Miss Sunshine Brown over here. She just add that atmosphere to the room sometimes. If you want to ask any questions, give us a call. So you have any questions?
I don't know if you already asked this. Did you ask Miss Butterfly even just the origins behind your name? Because I've always wanted to know.
Okay.
Why Olu Butterfly?
Well, my full name is Olufumike, and it's Nigerian. I was born in Nigeria, and usually the nickname is Funke. not Olu. That's usually reserved for males. But it means God. The whole name means God gave her to me to take good care of. So Olu is a common nickname, but it's not usually common for females. But I use
Americans. We normally give you what you are.
Right. Well, I'm not going to talk about what people called me when I was growing up and stuff. But you know, so yeah, Funke wasn't going to work in the hood. That's another story. But it could work as an artist. Right. So yeah, so I used to use the last part of my name. People used to call me McKay. But the Olu part, the God part, it was to me like a reminder. Like even if people didn't know what it meant, it was like a reminder about what I was supposed to be exhibiting. So that was where my first name came from. It is my name. And then Butterfly is when your mother lets you give yourself your middle name when you're 4.
Okay.
Wow. So that's it. She was like, you don't have a middle name. Would you like one? I was like, yes, Butterfly.
What, Mom?
Because I'm not a caterpillar. I'm a butterfly.
Okay.
My kindergarten teacher told me that's what I told her. But yeah. So
she was raised and fed.
That is cool. And one, I've just always been in love with your locks. So one, I wanted to know kind of just, you know, the reason why you decide to lock. And I see that, you know, your beautiful children, I know that your 2 sons are locked. So one, you know, what made you decide to lock your children's hair? And do you plan on locking your daughter's hair?
Well, yeah, it's already doing what it's doing.
Okay.
So I didn't lock their hair. That's just what their hair does. I just clean it and moisturize it. That's it. And that's the way God, the Most High, just makes them. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much explains it. It's like this is what my natural state is. It's what, if I just let myself be, it's what it does. And it's like I don't have time to do something else. That's what, you know, I want to manifest. It just kind of all went together. As somebody who definitely didn't like sitting in a seat getting my hair did. I know even people who have natural hair also still may do that. I just don't. I don't want to.
So all of you have like just free form locks. Whatever it did, it just came about.
Yes.
Wow.
And yeah, so I just wrote a blog on my website, thisflywomanswork.com, and it's entitled "We Do the Black God Round Here." So I was like, obviously, I don't think that God is like a person with a race and a gender,
right?
But in terms of like what our godliness, what is it? How does that manifest? I make sure that my children are around people who make African fabric, music, heal themselves with herbs, just having all of those things around them. So it's not somebody could come and try to say something bad about them, but it's like they're exposed to the reality of African godliness that is really unmovable. So, you know.
So in the last, we're going to take the last few moments, and Olu is actually going to bless us with a poem, a piece of work. I don't like to call them poems now because they just thoughts for me. They're just emotions set to thoughts.
Sure.
Set around. Oh, we're about to close out. So we'll be back in just a few moments. I've got to get that clock thing under order, in order. But we'll be back in a few moments with the Artist Exchange Radio Show. Stay tuned. Be here. Be square. Be you. Back on the Artist Exchange in a few moments. Thank you.
Jacqueline. Yes, Mom? I wanted to talk to you about something, and... Oh, wait. Hold on. I just got a text. Oh, there's another one. Wow. Busy me. So, anyway...
Oh, wait, Mom. I just got a message. My friends keep commenting on my comment. Oh, there's another one. So many comments on my comment.
Oh, I can't wait to watch TV tonight. Playoffs!
Hey, guys, check out my new video game. Pew, pew. Wait. Mom, what? Huh?
What? Hold
What'd
on.
you say? Wait a second, what?
This weekend, unplug. Take your family to the forest. There's nothing in the world like experiencing nature firsthand. Trees, paths, bluebirds, streams. Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. To find the forest nearest you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
From north, east, south, and west, you're listening to BeExposedRadio.com. From north, east, south, and west, you're listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
we're rewarding you for something you already do, listening to us. It's Radio Loyalty, and it's an easy way for you to get free stuff. All you do is sign up. Go ahead and click the banner now. You'll earn points as you listen. Points you can trade in for great products and services in the Radio Loyalty store. You can earn even more points when you share your favorite station with friends on Facebook and Twitter. Radio Loyalty. It's free to sign up, so click the banner to join now.
Hi, I'm Joe Perry. And Steven Tyler from Aerosmith, here for Rad, recording artists, actors, and athletes against drunk driving. Yeah, you know we love it when the music does the talking.
And you know, the music stops when someone gets killed.
So never let someone you know get behind the wheel if they've been drinking. So keep it real. Friends don't let friends drive drunk.
A public service message brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation, RAD, the National Association of Broadcasters, and the Ad Council.
Joining us in this segment are two artists from the Baltimore area, one by way of New Orleans, Baby, Kyle Jackson. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, how you doing, baby?
One, Kyle Jackson. He was a student at Morgan. I'm sorry, by way of Coppin State, but he deserted us and went to Morgan. He graduated from Morgan. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Mr. Jackson.
Right. Well, like he said, I graduated from Morgan in 2011. I graduated from Morgan in 2011, and ever since then I've been working in the Baltimore, D.C. area as an actor and artist. I'm a playwright. I've done a whole lot of stuff, more stuff than I probably have time to even talk about on the radio. Most of it with Nathan. We work together a lot. I have been in shows at Everyman Theater, Center Stage Theater. I just finished doing a show with Nathan called The Soul and Soul, which closed maybe about, 2 weeks ago?
3 weeks.
3 weeks ago.
I've been counting.
3 weeks ago. And the other guy who's here with us, Mr. Terrence, he was in the show with me as well. Just happy to be in Baltimore and doing things, doing what I like to do, doing what I love. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Welcome to the Artist Exchange, hosted by me, Nate Kauser. It airs live Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., Saturday mornings, 10 a.m. to 12 noon, a show for artists and the people who support them. We'll promote, showcase, and expose the artists of the Baltimore area, the DMV, and beyond on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to the Artist Exchange here live on BeExposedRadio.com. I just have to shout out Monty real quick because his mind is crazy, and a thought just popped in my head, and it was fun. You know how you laugh out loud and stuff, and it just came to me. But we're back here live on the Artist Exchange here live on BeExposedRadio.com. with the awesome, lovely, talented mom and artist and poet and producer. That's a new hat I see that she has. She's producing a lot of things, organizing things and such. Olu Butterfly. We have the awesome Kendra Bankshaw. Jana doing her thizzle on the phone nizzle.
For shizzle.
For zizzle. But we're going to talk more about the organic, gives you guys some more information on the organic, awesome lineup. Jahidi, Silence, and the young man, she's about to tell us more about, please say his name. I hate messing up people's names. Bomani.
Yes. So, yes, we have a wonderful little lineup. We talked about Silence a little bit earlier.
Mm-hmm.
She's through Baltimore and coming back to visit us. And but Bomani Arma, he is also an Aquarius. I have to tell you that's the theme of this one. So the two founders of Organic Soul.
So we're gonna celebrate.
James Collins of Fertile Ground.
Mm-hmm.
He's also an Aquarius, born the year the dragon, the red dragon, as myself.
Wow.
I'm giving you Chinese zodiac and
okay, give us a little bit.
So we founded Organic Soul together. So we used to always, of course, celebrate our birth. And there's a lot of really wonderful Aquarius artists. Not to say that there aren't.
And this
artists
lady
of other
is
signs.
awesome. Let me just let you know, she's beyond the triple threat. So it must be true. It has to be true.
Well,
so I'm jealous. Just a little bit.
So definitely shouting out Jenna Basuma, as well as Michi Correct, some other Aquarius. So we were like, oh, we're just going to have a little birthday party. So we always had a birthday party. So even though it's quarterly, we had to get it in the end of January, celebrate my birthday. So Aquarius in the house. If you know an Aquarius, if they come with a couple friends, they're free. So we'll definitely be.
We together.
So it's your birthday party. Yes, free for Aquarius. But so
okay.
Yes,
early birthday present to May.
Happy birthday.
You just gotta prove it on your ID. All right.
Ooh, they try to get personal.
So we caught an Aquarians. So the features, so that's the theme. The features are all Aquarians. So Silence is an Aquarius.
Oh, wow.
Jahidi of Brown Fish is an Aquarius. And Bomani Arma.
He shuts it down. Like,
yes.
Anybody that go after him, you got to be strong.
Yes. So Bomani Arma, he has a website called notarapper.com. And that kind of explains a little bit about what he's about. He is a poetic lyricist who can bring it. And he also is director of poetry events at Busboys and Poets.
Oh, okay.
And he used to have this song I used to love. It was a spoof called "Read a Book," and it was a spoof on with some Lil Jon lyrics, right? But BET actually made a video to go with it, and it was animated.
You saw it? I gotta see that.
So it was called "Read a Book," and CNN tried to take it out of context, not as a spoof,
right?
And be like, it because it was animated and it was saying read a book, like it was an after school special, which it wasn't. Right. And it's being played in between these videos that is actually spoofing. Like, if your child is watching that video, did you see the video that was before this and after that?
Right.
Like, you know.
Right.
So it was like the lyrics are like read a book, drink some water. Raise your kids, like, you know, but like all put to like some crunk music, you know. So they actually had this brother on CNN, and they got like a think tank of like, I always call it the Soccer Mom think tank, and they just showed a video and be like, he trying to say this to your kids. What do you have to say about that? So of course they had a lot to say, but it was completely out of context.
But it was okay for the video that came before and the video that came.
That's why you had to understand that it was a parody. You have to be, you know, and all of that. So anyway, the point is that he is also like an amazing mind, and he was holding his own. I would love for people to go check that interview out, the controversy of that all. So he's definitely done a lot of major things throughout the world, and he'll be with us on this Tuesday coming up, Organic Soul Tuesdays.
That's gonna be a lineup. I'm just saying, when Jahidi performs, like, you tired as a spectator. Like, well, I'm just so pumped that I got
the sweat and the spirit there. And I have to shout out our amazing house band. I mean, that's really what is a major ingredient. Like, why I can't do Organic Soul in my house
was that
in front of my mirror?
Was the first round the last time?
Yes and no. I mean, not exactly. So, our house band leader is Jay. I have to shout out J Soul too. That's my
Oh yeah.
And Chenga Productions. Those are my co-promoters, co-producers. So, Blackout Studios. But oh yes, so Joe Mills is our house band leader, and he plays every instrument. I was like, came out to church, hip hop producer. That's a lot of what gives our band is versatility. Craig Alston, he is definitely he was a member of Fertile Ground as well. He is a leader of the UB Blake Jazz Band. You know, so.
It was real diverse.
Right. He's known for the saxophone, but he's here playing the bass.
Yeah.
It's like a little bit of everything going on up there. So, yeah, it's a big jam session, too. And then, of course, Spider, the drummer, brings it every time. A lot of sweat, a lot of energy. So, definitely, that's another reason why we call it organic. So, sometimes people get mad. We don't play tracks. But trust the band.
You didn't want to.
They're hip-hop producers as well. So, just trust them and have fun.
Came up there the last time.
Yes.
That was a feature, right?
Yes.
Okay. It was. I'm telling you, it was a little bit of everything. It was so much.
Exactly.
You didn't know what you was gonna get. I was just I was like, I don't even want to move no more. I'm just gonna wait
that's
to see
what I love
happens.
about organic. So the whole, you don't know what you gonna get.
No,
I mean, I
from
don't know what I'm
performer
gonna
to
say out my
performer.
mouth.
Right.
You don't know what you about to see. You just kind of ride with it. I mean, the next person may be on key, maybe they not. Maybe they remember their lines, maybe they don't. You know, it's like literally, we don't want it to be like a stagnant thing. We also don't want it to be like a concert. We want people to go to concerts when they come here and they get a taste of the artist. Go see them in their, you know, their feature show. It's like a big artistic commercial,
right?
But that's not what this is. A little bit looser, a little bit funkier, you know, fresher.
It's definitely a place for artists to go and be entertained. It was definitely that place. But we're gonna slow it down a little bit or speed it up. I don't never know what she's gonna come out with.
I don't know either.
I'm just gonna sit back and just enjoy. But she's gonna take us out this segment.
Artistic commercial.
Right. She's gonna take exactly. Sit back and relax and hear the stylings of Miss Olu Butterfly.
They want to know if you crazy or just amazing. I mean, in what part of the lunar cycle do you write? Is it in a crop circle with the Mexican devil dog pen? These Moringa tea words howl off standing ovations from baobab trees, fresh from a round trip to the stars. Hey, they told me to go back to where I came from. And if you're trying to step to this, you better know that I rode deep with my ancestors. So don't step to this reckless, cause what ensues won't be unexpected. Crushing you with these heavy words is my dream job. I'm the barbecue bomb dip. Welcome to the Chili Sting Sessions. We be making crazy glue lyrics with curvaceous Sharpie episodes. It's the avant-garde versus the anti-own. Pompous lunatics, so label my verbal tonics, ebonics. Call it what you will, still my bomb ticks. The blacker the banter, the fatter the chatter. My grandma got stamina, spread a data that matters. It's gotta be like that, what Mama Harriet told me. She said they need to see your exterior hearts in the infinite show. They need to see you breathe deeply and then walk into a room. Let them see you sweat. Know that you care. They need to see you laughing at linty pockets and wallets with only paper flakes. Because we've been through middle passage years and lynching entertainment. A recession ain't nothing. And if your folk come with their fists balled up, especially around weapons, that's when you come with your palms open, pure and defenseless. This ain't for the weak at heart. So if you can't hang, then don't start. Cause abandonment is all that they know. So mean and ridiculous, all that the young show. Begging for a way out of chaos on the low. These gemstone hinges strung together pre-pyramids. You gotta cross a moat thick to get to the dopeness. And I might be the only one saying things are getting better. Cause I can see the horizon in the 5-foot drug dealer on his way to school. I can see the abundant harvest in the teenage girl who couldn't say no to that boy or the inner goddess. She's a 5-month pregnant artist. What did you think the unnoosing would be pretty? The undoing of a few centuries of hardcore? I'm Olu Butterfly. Thank you.
Organic Soul Tuesday, the Revolution, January the 27th, 2015. Be there or be square. Thank you, Olu Butterfly, for coming to the Artist Exchange. Come back. We'll be back in a few moments with the Artist Exchange.
Yes, peace.
Wow. I'm there. You got it.
It's time to enjoy your TV better, your internet better, and your phone better, starting as little as $40 a month. Xfinity by Comcast offers the best solutions for all your entertainment needs. Choose from thousands of on-demand titles, stream movies, and shows on any of your devices. Control your DVR on the go from anywhere. And now introducing Xfinity Start Over. Restart a show that's already in progress. Now you won't miss a minute of your show when you're running late. How about some of the nation's fastest internet speeds, not only at home, but when you're on the go with Xfinity Wi-Fi hotspots? How about having the most intelligent home on the block with lighting and temperature control, 24/7 security, and firewall from any PC or tablet? All services are backed with a 30-day guarantee and packages starting at just $49.99. You can't lose. Don't delay. Local reps are waiting for your call. Just dial 866-824-4019. Again, that number, 866-824-4019.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Thanks.
Take care. Bye-bye. My supervisor and I have been flirting for a few weeks now, but nothing serious. He's married and outrageously sexy. Always buying me lunch on the down low and offering to do things for me. Well, on Friday, I was in my office because everyone had left, and he was in a meeting and in and out of his office. Well, he finally returned to his office and he noticed that I was there. So he came to my office, and one thing led to another. And we got busy, and he gave me a professional. And I loved it. Hold on to that drum roll, because there's more. Well, we've been going at it now on a regular, meeting in hotels and on the weekends and staying after work and getting it together. Wendy, no one knew this until the housekeeping lady caught us. Keep that drum roll going.
Maria.
Exactly, that would be our Maria here. And she has said nothing, but I would die if people found out. His wife works with us. Keep the drum roll going. There's more. And she has no clue what's going on. The bad thing is that I'm bisexual and I've been sleeping with his wife too.
Boom.
There you go.
Wow. Beautiful. I love the world we live in. Nice world.
I'm in love with my supervisor and I need some advice. What do we do about the situation? Should I tell? Sign, Hot and Bothered. Hot and Bothered, you need to take your trifling trampy behind back into your office. Develop a social life of your own that has nothing to do with married people or married people. I was trying to think of how to describe both of them, but they're married. Both of them are married. That has nothing to do with being with married people, because ain't no good going to come to you until you get yourself your own damn man or woman. Nothing wrong with being bisexual and all that other kind of stuff, and I understand adventurous and living on the edge. How dare you? I'm in love. How dare you? What do you want me to tell you? Stick it out, girl. In no time at all, he'll leave her, she'll leave that job, and he'll marry you. Oh, please. 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 You were unrealistic in thinking anything could come of this except for you losing your job and possibly your shirt in the process, because your reputation. That's all we got. Our privates and our reputation.
How you doing?
Well, let me just review what she's asking me. I'm in love with my supervisor. Okay, they had sex for the first time on Friday. But they've been doing the do on one Friday, excuse me. Well, they've been doing the do. You're not, fall out of love now. Leave both of them alone now before Maria starts talking.
So, I'm a dog, and I'm kind of new to this family, but I've noticed a trend. My humans do this thing where they go around and get all my toys and hide them in this basket, but it's always the same basket, and it's always the same place, and then they act so surprised when I find them, but I'm like, hello, that's where you put it last time. Humans are the worst at hide and go seek.
A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person. Adopt. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the ShelterPetProject.org.
It's time for a flashback.
And I was like, I don't get it. And then I seen the commercials, and I was like, Blair Underwood.
You are listening to the Sharon Nixon Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
International, y'all!
Only in the forest can you see this. But nothing beats the moment you see that.
Cool!
That's your child's eyes opening up to a world of possibilities.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. And you might just see this. Visit discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
You are listening to Be Exposed Radio.
Hello. Welcome back to the Artist Exchange here live on BeExposedRadio.com. Well, on BeExposedRadio.com, we had the lovely Olu Butterfly. She's actually making her exit. See you later. Don't forget to check out Organic Soul this coming Tuesday at the... Where is it? The Downtown Cultural Arts Center. I had to find it. I got glasses on, so I had to find it. The Downtown Cultural Arts Center January 27th, they celebrating the Aquariuses.
Hey, what's that number one zodiac sign? Aquarius. Is
Okay.
it Libra? No.
All right.
You're Libra.
Settle
I'm
down.
sorry.
But they're definitely right.
She gave it a look, the major side
The
eye.
major side eye. So what's new in your world, Miss Kendra Banks?
What's
y'all?
new? You know, nothing's like really new. You
I just
know?
want to, every time I want to see, I want to say R.I.P. Hey, Did you say I posted your video too?
Did you see where I said the comment, I'm going to get you? Did you see that comment? I said, okay, I'm going to hurt him. I'm going to have to like record something else just so you would stop playing that. Like,
Yes.
I'm going to
You
have
need
to,
a brand new
I'm gonna
track.
have to find something for
I have
you.
a studio you can go to.
I'm going to have to find something for you.
I have a studio.
But you know, like all of a sudden, actually this week, you know, one of my friends, she's a singer, Kim Poole. And, you know,
Oh,
she's
yeah, I
like,
know
she's
her.
trying to come back out and stuff.
Is
and
that
so-
where the photo shoot, real quick? That's where the...
No, oh my
Did you
photo
see the...
shoot. I
Me and Rika was watching that last... Rika said, did you see our picture?
You know what? All of a sudden,
She was giving
it
us
was
Diana.
on- I was trying to give you coyness. You know, it took a long time for me to actually take a picture where I actually look kind of sexy because I'm not like really a sexy person. I'm a
You are.
happy person.
You are really sexy.
And oh, thank you, baby. But
You are
that's not
sexy.
how I felt.
Chocolate
so you know, every
and
time.
sexy. Yes.
So you know, I was surprised when my sexiness actually came off.
You just gotta find
as,
your
like,
angle.
sexy.
You gotta find your
Yeah, so I feel like
side.
I found my little side angle with the little lips. Just
So it's the right. It's the right. It's the right.
a half a millimeter open.
Just a little pucker. A little pucker.
Yeah, but actually, get back to that. On, you know, like on meetup.com,
Mhm.
like I'm in this like natural hair group. And so
Okay.
the woman was looking for people like with long locks to do their hair. So that's how I got my little photo shoot. She did my
That
hair.
girl know how to find a deal. I'm telling you.
I'm just so-
Between you and my friend Radiant, y'all know she the coupon lady. This girl finds the hookups.
Because, you know, it's just like I just don't have enough money to get
You
like,
want tickets to
professional-
that ball? Call Kendra.
I'll be like, so this is what we're gonna do.
Right.
We're gonna look for the back entrance.
We're gonna look for the back
You
entrance.
know, let's go half on one ticket,
One
and then I'm
ticket.
gonna find you and open that door.
And she gonna come do it too.
Yeah, because we were going to do the day before and put an X on it, so I know exactly which door to open. See, boom. Now
With
I
her
told you
press
my
pass,
secret.
with her
Now,
press
now I
pass.
told you my secret.
But they don't know. But they still have to do it, Jana. But they definitely. I love the picture,
Thank you.
and that will be my favorite video of you. Go to the Artist Exchange. Look at my post. It is definitely a I just love the video. It was real organic. How you made it. Your uncles and cousins in the basement,
Yeah.
and she was giving it
Rest
to you.
in
It's
peace,
the
my Uncle
music.
Dallas.
Oh wow! I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, he died. It's about to be 2 years in April.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And my little brother.
Oh wow!
That's when he was cute and innocent.
And he's so Morgan-fied now.
Morgan-fied. See, he just, you know, it's growing into his own. Bye.
See you later. See you later.
It's heartbreaking.
Because
You
you're the
know,
oldest.
because you can see.
Do you have any other siblings?
You know,
Oh
it doesn't
Lord.
all black people have other siblings
Oh
that they haven't
Lord,
grown up
we
with.
not going. That's another show.
So, I don't even
just
know
finished
why.
talking about that.
It's like all black people be like, well, you know, I grew up with the one, but I got 10 others
This
over there.
the pause. I already knew with that pause.
Well, you know, my father died before I was even born.
Okay.
So, you know, I have two brothers that I've only really seen one time ever in my life. They live in
Mhm.
Oklahoma, and I went to go visit them a few years ago. And then, you know, my mother got remarried, and then he already had a son. So he moved to Baltimore 5 years ago. So we've been able to cultivate a relationship, which is
Cultivated.
nice.
That's really
Cultivate.
That's
That
real
sounds so right of me.
2015.
Cultivate a relationship.
We speak.
But no, like, you know, he started to come over more. You
Okay.
know, like sometimes, you know, we go
It's a.
So
it's not so much that it's uncomfortable, but it's something that you have to get used to.
yeah, I mean, because one, it's like, okay, yes, this is my brother, you know, and it took him a long time to even say, you know, like, hi, sis.
Yeah, it's
You know, because
it's not natural. It doesn't come out natural.
What he would say, my father's
Daughter,
stepdaughter.
right?
You know, like I was always get this long title. And, you know, I would just be
Yeah.
like, hey, brother. You know, and I was like, you let me extend the olive branch. Because, you know, I used to be like, my half brother. I mean, but like,
I used to
really,
do
it's
that.
not
My
blood, so
mother's-
it's not even really my blood.
My mother got remarried after my father passed away, and Billy was my stepfather.
Right.
That's how it wasn't my stepfather. I just acknowledged him as my stepfather. God rest his soul, he just passed away last year. Sad, but
Right.
it's true. It took me a long time to say stepfather, but that was my mother's husband for so
Yeah,
long.
like people be
like
yeah, but I'd be like, my mother's husband, and they're like, your stepfather. Well, that's another name for it. But, my mother's
another way of
husband,
going with it.
But, so I have a lot, but I'm only girl out of everybody. So
that the crazy part is, yesterday I shouted out my sister Brittany because she just had a baby, but that same thing happened to me.
I did not even know you had siblings.
Did you hear the cricket?
I've known you.
But it's the thing. But
siblings.
Daddy was a Rolling Stone. I'm the oldest.
Okay.
But I found she found me on, like, we didn't know each other. Like I still had 3 other brothers that I knew of.
Okay.
2 of them passed away, but one is still here, and so I knew about him. I had met him, like you said. I was acquainted with him,
right?
But with her, I found her on. She found me on Facebook.
Oh wow!
I mean, I still have her first message. Is your father name?
Wow!
And it was such a
But how did she
hood
find you?
Jerry
She just,
Springer.
like,
Well, she knew. Like
okay.
Actually, it was crazy. Like, she grew up maybe like a block from where my grandmother lived at, and I would go there for the summers and on the weekends, and nobody ever said, hey, it's that,
So I guess, but that's nice that she was like, I want to know, my family.
And now it's just uncomfortable. I went to the hospital the other day, and I sit down there with her, just me and her. It was very awkward, but it was, I had to do it. I'm the oldest, so you got to stick out there. But I hate the fact that we got to do better.
Yeah, I mean, just like even with my
because we could have dated or something, or like that. If you don't know each other, that could happen.
I mean, true, but like even sometimes, even when you're trying to, I love my word, cultivate a relationship with your other siblings, that
so organic.
Yeah, but it's so different because, of course, I grew up with my brother Jody, and it's like, okay, but you get my sarcasm, exactly how I feel when I do this face, and they don't. So you do something and they take it way out of context and say, "Oh, it's not even like that. This is what I meant." But so you have to step on toes.
It's getting to know somebody, and not all over again, but for the first time. And they're your sibling, but it's like, but it's a lot. I hear that story so much. It's something that we definitely have to write about and get out there. And I mean, people got to tell their story. Marty doesn't think we need to tell stories; it just needs to be fixed. But that's what he said. We don't need to tell a story. We need a documentary.
Well, yeah, and I mean,
the sibling I didn't know I had.
Yeah, it was hard, especially with the family in Oklahoma, because as soon as the person that brought us together died when my mother was 4 months pregnant, so it was just like I had to go through my uncles trying to find aunts. I remember one time,
but you knew of him.
I knew of. Yeah, I mean, I knew of him, but then when I went to Oklahoma, my mother only kept in contact with one person because really she was only there for maybe a few years, and then she just cut everyone off. She just went home. He's gone. Boom. Because she found out about her real father when she was 23. Oh, wow. So, all of a sudden she was like, wait, the person that I thought was my dad is not my daddy? And when she graduated from Towson University, she decided, I'm going to go out here and, meet my father. And that's how she met my daddy.
Okay.
And then, she got pregnant. She was like, oh, I don't know nobody else out here, but y'all, I'm going back home, to family. That's how I got Markham / hyphenated Banks. Everybody's like, are you married? I'm like, no. She gave me both names.
Oh, a mother of the new millennium.
Yes, you're not going to be the only Markham and then you don't know nobody. You a Banks. I was like, okay.
As the world turns.
Yes.
We all got a story. We all have a story, and we just need to heal from it. Like, that's the first step. Heal from it. Get over. Like, I've learned. Like, a couple days ago, I was watching a clip of Kevin Hart on the Breakfast Club.
Yeah, that was a good
and I posted it on the Artist Exchange, and he was just saying, with he basically kept saying he has filthy money or disgusting money. Like his money is disgusting right now. He just kept saying that, but he was joking. But people's like, you always happy? Like, are you ever like the crying clown? He was like, no, I just don't prescribe to that. Like, I'm gonna be happy. I have nothing to be miserable about.
Right.
Anything that I could be miserable about, I can pay somebody to help me not be miserable about.
Right.
Miserable. And that's something that I'm realizing now. Like, it's so much going on. Like, why be so pissy about everything? Because yesterday I came in here with an attitude. First of all, because I was ready Thursday for Friday's show. It was. I was ready because I was. Lately I've been having a lot of conversations with people because I'm not a part of pop culture. I'm not in tune with what's going on because I don't even watch TV. As much TV as I watch is I may watch something on the computer, but I'm reading something or creating something at the house. I don't really watch TV.
You're an artiste.
Right. So, I started talking to people, and that was something, it was a thing, like people just getting into a mood where they just so depressed and mad and angry about everything. And it's because they got so much inside of them that they not addressing, they not letting it out, and they not finding creative ways, the artist exchange, to get things out.
What, Mr. Mont? Are we?
No, but don't let it go. Let it go. We go. I'm here after the show. I'm just hoping this 10 minutes turns into 5 hours because I don't want to do it. But
we're trying to get some uplifting up in here. Yeah.
I'm sorry. He doesn't understand. He doesn't understand. Maybe when his rap is down, he might get it. But
okay,
when
with
it's,
the baby
when it's
heads,
soft,
with the Cherokee and the family over here.
I want to test his
understand.
blood. I want to test his blood. I want to test it. But
Ancestry.com.
And here, creatively, I want to actually get to that point where we can start talking about things like that and not be embarrassed about it.
Right.
Because we didn't know each other. We didn't know that we shared the same kind of story. I mean, you probably didn't find your sibling on Facebook, but hey,
But it's like
I have an uncommon name, so it wasn't like
weird way about it. I just went. I'm a
that's
child.
Life, but that's part of our life. So
adults
it's not.
Did adult things, and I'm here.
Right, it's not your issue.
God predestined me to be here, and whatever issues.
Kendra Banks, y'all.
It's not my issue.
Okay.
I just want to at least, I want to know my blood, and I was like, wow, I'm an auntie, and I got one. I'm on Facebook. That's the way I get in touch with him. His number changed so much. I don't even know his number no more. I just be like, let me just find him on Facebook.
And that's why I do like Facebook, because you can't really stay in touch with people. Like, I took the initiative last year. I think it was last year or year before last, and I started a group with both sides of my family. They separate because they not ready to be one group yet. Right. So I started 2 different groups, and most of the family is not on either one of them, but I put as many people as I knew and they could touch on there, and I could see people checking it. They don't know that I can tell when they're on there or see who looked. I can't tell who looked, but I could tell like who been active lately and stuff like that. But it definitely.
Like my mother. Like my mother is so like, I want to keep the family together.
It is because as you get older,
family reunions.
But as you get older, you either go farther away or want to get closer to. You want to get closer to your family and your relatives and, situations like that. So for me, I think I grew closer to the idea of family. Because for me, friends are good. Right. But friends have their own family. And I got tired of spending holidays with other people's families.
Right.
Because I became a part of the family. Like my friend Brandy, I'm a part of the family.
Okay.
I'm a part of the family. So it definitely is. It's embarrassing because then the question is like, what do you do for the holidays? So, but it's an issue. Really? It's an issue, but we deal with it.
What did I do wrong? I'm not talking into the mic.
See, and I'm right here. You see where I'm at? I'm right here.
In the middle of the mic.
Wherever you go, that's where the mic goes, right? Wherever you go, that's where the mic goes.
You know what?
It took me 4 months, but I got it.
I think they left the plate.
No, that was there.
Just throw it away. It looks like cupcakes.
One of your other
cupcakes
shows.
Be good. Anyway, but Miss Janet, you've been so quiet. You don't have our issues. She's so quiet. She's like, no, I come from
the lies
2-parent home family. I know all my siblings. They are black people that are not crazy. Okay.
Oh no, we crazy. We just got different kinds of crazy. We just got different kind of crazy. We crazy.
But it's, I mean, we all got it. I mean, some people, but you learn how to live with it. That's your norm. You don't see it as strange. Somebody who didn't go through that is looking at it as strange. Like, I mean, I thought most people find their siblings on Facebook. Did you find a sibling on Facebook? That was normal for me.
That is funny.
I mean,
it's like that's funny. Like people do look at stuff crazy because like
that's my
me and my sister have the same parents, and people looked at us like, okay,
wow,
like, oh, y'all full sisters? I'm like, what do you mean by that?
Because everybody
I understand that. Yeah. But we got crazy. It's just different kinds.
Right, everybody got a different level of crazy. But we've had an awesome weekend, really interesting weekend here on the Artist Exchange. You guys missed Ira, young man Ira yesterday. It's really good energy. And Sheila Gaskins. And Howard G actually called in. He's a character. Well, he was Grandma G.
Insurance man?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Kiss My Bumper. That's actually
Just
her baby
Really?
brother. And Sheila, not her brother. That's where she was sitting there.
You
she said, "Ooh, you really got family."
How old do you think?
No,
I said, "Girl, you look good." Girl, what you drinking? Cause
she looked right at it like that. Wow.
Because I was about to say, if that's your younger brother, whatever you eating and drinking, I'm gonna need that immediately.
Y'all are funny.
But I'm really excited about some things. And actually, I have my posse here with me today. Thank you guys. I haven't seen the two of you together in a long time.
That's why I said, I was like, oh, I haven't seen
quite
you
of a
so
tear.
long.
I missed two of you guys really much. It has been. This is a new year. I mean, I've seen you a couple times this year, but
I know.
I haven't. Well, I did see Janet last week. She was my helper when I was having feet issues.
I tried to call you. You was like, let me call you back. And then you did not. Here I was trying to
I was in pain. And I didn't want to keep, that medicine had me like on a nod. And I was like, I'm not doing out. Like, I've never taken another muscle relax again. And then the second time I went back, they gave me some stuff that had me feeling, I don't know how addicts do that. You have no control. You have no control over your functions.
Yeah.
None. I don't see how people get high like that and get to themselves to that point. Like, how do you like your faculties taken away from you?
How do you not fall?
Well, I realized how you not fall because you fighting it. They fighting it. And I was fighting it. I was like, I'm not going to sleep for another 10. And I'll be fighting it. I'll sit up and I'll be fighting. I was like, I'm not doing that anymore. But if I'd have stayed on bed rest like I was supposed to, I wouldn't have had to go back the second time. If I'd have just rested and had it done. Rest. If I just got my rest.
This week.
I did. It's been a long 2 weeks in and out. Well, this last week.
Because I don't see the cane.
No, it's not. Like, my feet are still like tight because the muscle is healed, but it's healing. But I can walk now. I can shout. Yes, like it got to the point where I couldn't even move around the house. Luckily, I live in an apartment, so I didn't have to like go up and down stairs. But if you came to my house, you was mad because I was not coming downstairs. I wasn't.
Then how did everybody get upstairs? They got to wait for somebody.
They didn't
open the door.
They wouldn't. They just call me. You can talk.
You know what?
I don't have a party house anyway, so people rarely come over. But I wanted people, and then I was scared that it was going to snow. And it was assuming I get cabin fever.
I thought it was supposed to snow this weekend, and then it just turned to rain.
Yeah, it was just going to be like raining.
And I just love snow and being in the house, and then
you like being in the house.
The house is just like your sanctuary, and it's so nice to be there.
I like to be there, but I don't like to be forced to be there. Like, if I have to be in the house, like when Baltimore City shuts down, it's like nothing you can do. But
you can play games. You got the internet.
So you can get in more trouble. I've been getting in too much trouble on. Okay, and this is another disclaimer. I put out a notice because I want our family here in the Artist Exchange to grow. So I put out a notice. I'm using apps. I'm learning how to use apps.
I saw you text me something. I was like, what's this? I'm almost cussed.
Cause that's me. I was on bed rest. I was Googling everything.
What's this group me offer something?
I'm just
yeah.
He got like 3 things. He's already
I'm trying to get more in tune with, y'all said I need to be more in tune, so I'm learning how to do it. But I did Glide. Glide is like a text messaging app, but you can send like little video clips and stuff like that. So I decided to say, I'm not going to use Glide for Nathan. I'm going to use Glide for the Artist Exchange. So I put out there, I want to round out our family, bring in a new member. So I put the post out there. Send me your clips to Glide to audition to be
the co-host. I was like, dang, Nate trying to fire my ass.
I gotta be paying you to fire you first of all. Let me just let you know
That's
that.
what I was about to say. I said I'm not even getting paid to get fired.
But when I say, okay, people who watch you from a secret place and they wait for you to open up a door.
Like, I'm gonna do this double dutch, and as soon
I'm gonna show. I can't show the public, but I can show you guys the stuff that people sent me, and I'm doing a disclaimer. It's over now. I'm about to cancel it. It's over.
Are you serious?
I'm happy with the people that I have. So, yeah, people were sending me, like, clips. And these are people that some I knew, some I didn't know. This was not intended for adult XXX things. This was intended for me to find and well-round our group here on the Artist Exchange. That was it.
You should hire me because
no, it was just kaboing boing boing.
You did it on something called Glide.
But I'm just saying though, I didn't know that's what Glide was for. I don't do that. I'm not saying I'm squeaky clean. I haven't
name
said.
Sounds like something pornographic. It sounds like the name of a lubricant.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
It actually is the name of a lubricant.
No,
a lubricant.
That's Astro Glide.
But Glide, still, that's
well, she got
I should know that, but I've happened to walk by it at CVS.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, "What's that?"
I'm gonna check them credit card receipts. But we've had fun here today on the Artist Exchange. Shout out to Olu Butterfly. Check out Organic Soul this Tuesday, 27th. I'll be there. You be there. Kendra will be there. Jana may not be, but I'll see you next week.
I probably won't.
See you next week. Next Friday, we'll have a whole other lineup. Thank you. I'm sorry.